A single papaya begins a journey few people ever see.
From the field, only the ripest fruit is chosen for the factory line. Color, firmness, and shape decide which fruit enters the process.
Every fruit is handled carefully before it leaves the farm.
The clock starts now, because freshness must survive the road to the factory. From the farm to the plant, this is where fresh fruit becomes thousands of bottles of papaya juice. The first checkpoint is the raw material receiving dock. Every batch is recorded before it touches the production line. In the next 20 minutes, the entire hidden process comes into view. Inside the receiving zone, speed and cleanliness control. Temperature control helps preserve freshness before processing begins. From this point, the fruit leaves the farm world and enters the factory line. Cameras and human eyes search for defects before the fruit goes deeper. Anything that could weaken flavor or safety is removed immediately. Sorting creates the first clear boundary between usable fruit and waste. Only the fruit that passes inspection moves forward to washing.
The line speed is tuned to protect the soft fruit from damage.
Before mass processing begins, the batch is documented and sampled.
The deep orange flesh confirms the fruit is ready for juice production.
Before the fruit is cut open, the surface must be thoroughly cleaned.
Pressurized water removes dust, soil, and surface impurities. The rollers turn each fruit so every surface meets the water. Small details like this protect the quality of everything that follows.
Food-grade brushes clean the fruit without damaging the soft flesh inside.
After washing, the fruit is cleaner, brighter, and ready for precision handling.
Sensors track every fruit and keep the line synchronized.
Machines clean the fruit, but human inspection still protects the final product.
With the final rinse complete, the fruit moves toward the cutting line. Size sorting helps the cutting machines work with precision.
Uniform size keeps the production flow stable and reduces waste. The outer skin is removed with controlled pressure and minimal loss. Only the outer layer is removed, preserving as much fruit as possible. After peeling, the fruit is checked again before it is opened.
The peeled fruit is aligned so the cut can be clean and consistent. The fruit opens, exposing the color that will define the juice.
The seeds must be removed before the fruit can be crushed.
A precise de-seeding system clears the fruit without crushing the flesh.
Seeds and usable fruit are separated into different streams.
With the seeds removed, the usable fruit is ready for size reduction.
Even small seed fragments are removed before grinding begins.
The line never stops. Each stage feeds the next with controlled timing. Before cutting, the machine settings are checked for speed and safety. The soft fruit is now becoming a controlled industrial ingredient. Uniform pieces help the grinder create a smoother puree. The cut fruit moves forward without pause toward the grinding stage.
The hopper keeps the line balanced and prevents interruptions.
A screw feeder controls exactly how much fruit enters the grinder.
Sensors prevent overload and keep the flow steady.
The fruit is sampled again before it becomes puree.
Softness predicts how smoothly the fruit will grind. The entire line now points toward one transformation: fruit into puree.
One valve opens, and the papaya begins to lose.
The grinder begins breaking down the fruit.
From the grinder, the puree is pushed toward the filtering system.
Stable pressure keeps the flow smooth and prevents blockage. The holding tank keeps the puree moving as one consistent batch.
Gentle mixing prevents separation without creating too much foam.
Viscosity determines how smooth the final juice will feel. A good papaya drink begins with a puree that is smooth, dense, and stable.
Filtering creates a smoother texture without stripping away the fruit character.
Larger fibers are separated so the drink will not feel gritty. The natural orange color is measured before the batch moves forward.
Once filtered, the puree in this factory, the pipes carry the fruit from one transformation to the next. Every number on the screen represents control over thousands of future bottles. With the puree now smooth, the factory begins balancing the final flavor.
Blending is where the flavor becomes consistent from bottle to bottle.
Purified water is added with precise control to reach the target juice balance. Every addition is measured because consistency begins with precision.
Sweetness is adjusted by the system, not by guesswork.
Inside the tank, the mixture slowly becomes one uniform drink. The agitator keeps every part of the batch evenly blended.
Sweetness is measured as a number before the batch can move on.
Color, aroma, and body are checked before homogenization.
Every batch carries a digital record from raw fruit to final bottle.
Under pressure, fruit particles are dispersed into a finer, more stable structure. The result is a drink that looks and feels more even.
Stable operation keeps the texture consistent across the entire batch.
A sample is taken to confirm the change in texture.
The difference is subtle, but it changes how the final drink feels. A final control step prepares the juice for heat treatment.
The most tightly controlled stage is ahead: heat treatment.
Temperature will determine safety, shelf stability, and product quality.
The juice now enters the factory's most controlled zone.
The juice is heated under carefully controlled time and temperature.
Heat treatment reduces spoilage organisms while protecting the papaya's color and flavor.
Inside these tubes, the juice passes through continuous heat treatment.
Any temperature deviation can hold the entire batch for review.
When the thermal curve stabilizes, the line is ready to move toward filling.
The treated juice is sampled before it can enter the filling zone. In the lab, quality is checked by procedure, not by assumption. Only approved batches move forward to bottling.
Now the process must stay fast, closed, and clean.
While the juice is ready, the bottles begin their own preparation.
The bottle sorter turns loose containers into a controlled line. Compressed air clears tiny particles from inside each bottle.
Sensors confirm that every bottle is clean, upright, and ready.
The mouth of each bottle must be perfect for a tight seal. When the bottles reach the filler, the line enters its fastest stage.
The filling heads align to deliver the exact volume into every bottle.
The papaya juice finally enters the bottle.
Cameras watch the fill level, the foam, and the color in real time. The juice has left the pipework and become a bottled product. Caps are sorted into the correct position before sealing begins.
The seal must be tight enough to protect the juice without damaging the bottle.
Cameras check every bottle before it can continue.
A single bottle outside specification is removed immediately. Once sealed and approved, each bottle receives its identity.
The label carries the product information and traceability code. A clean label means the bottle can pass the packaging inspection.
Each bottle receives a code that links it back to its production batch. The system checks that the label and code are readable before packaging.
From fresh fruit to finished bottle, the process is nearly complete. Before packaging, finished bottles face one final inspection.
The orange color must remain consistent from bottle to bottle.
Weight confirms that the fill level is within the allowed range. The cap must seal securely while still opening normally for the consumer. Every bottle must be sealed before it can enter the carton. Inspection data is stored with the batch record for traceability. The final product is checked for color, aroma, body, and taste profile. A finished bottle should carry the fresh sweetness and smooth body of ripe papaya. Once approved, the product moves into commercial packaging. The line speeds up again as the bottles prepare for transport. The finished bottles are grouped into stable units for distribution. Film holds the bottles together before they enter the heat tunnel. Controlled heat turns loose film into a tight protective bundle. Once bundled, the bottles move toward cartons for long-distance handling. Flat cardboard becomes a shipping carton in seconds. Robotic packing keeps the speed steady and reduces product impact. Once sealed, the bottles are protected for storage and transport. Every carton, like every bottle, is linked back to its production batch. In the warehouse, cartons are organized by batch and production date.
From fresh papaya to thousands of bottles, the batch is now ready to leave the factory.
The final journey begins at the outbound dock. The product is loaded for the road to stores and distribution centers. Each bottle carries the work of every machine, sensor, and inspection behind it. From farm to factory, from puree to sealed bottle, the process happens quietly every day. When you take a sip, you taste not only fruit, but the hidden precision of an entire production line.